In 2001, Fast and the Furious was released in cinemas, a film after which every driver wanted to become a daring street racer. The demand for street racing could not pass unnoticed by the gaming industry. So 2 years later, the game Need for Speed Underground was released, which launched the fashion for street racing. We will tell about its best representatives in this collection. Need for Speed Most Wanted from 2005 is probably the best street racing game ever. Everything is great in it: a big autumn city, a boring plot, charismatic characters, Sergeant Cross, who scratches the car of the protagonist, and upstart Razor, who dishonestly received the cherished M3 GTR, cause sincere hatred, a large number of modes and tests, moderately difficult bosses finally, exciting races with the police, especially in the campaign finale. Not surprisingly, Most Wanted is considered by many to be the pinnacle of the Need for Speed series. In 2012, EA decided to restart the game, entrusting this work to Criterion Games, the studio known for the Burnout series. Most Wanted 2012 also allows you to race through the city streets with rivals from the Blacklist and Cops, but the mood and gameplay is more like Burnout Paradise than the original. Need for Speed Underground Games that set the fashion for street racing. The city at night, the aggressive soundtrack, stock cars modified beyond recognition thanks to tuning and styling, the plot that allows you to break into the leaders of the world of underground racing and punish the villains. All this was new, fresh, and exciting for its time. Of course, not all elements of Underground are done at the highest level. The tracks gradually begin to repeat themselves, the AI plays dishonestly, and the exploration of the city in the sequel is tired. But for the opportunity to install Neon on Toyota Supra, turn on your favorite track on the radio and once again demonstrate your skills to rivals. These games can be forgiven a lot. Forza Horizon The atmosphere of an endless festival. The roads of sunny Australia and competitions. Few street racing games on PC can boast such an abundance of content as Forza Horizon. A huge free territory for exploration, 400 cars, several race modes, including illegal races with the city traffic, additional activities scattered throughout the map, co-op. In general, there is something to do here. In addition, the game boasts stunningly beautiful graphics, a great licensed soundtrack, and an emphasis on socialization. Gamers can share their car designs, challenges, and races with the community. Burnout Paradise Racing without rules. Here it is necessary to come first to the finish line, but it is also important to make it as spectacular as possible, turning rivals into crumpled heaps of metal. In Burnout Paradise, players are given an entire city filled with races, challenges, jumps, and billboards. All this is accompanied by rock, electronics, and classical compositions. Burnout Paradise will satisfy any fan of extreme sports. Only 2 of the 5 modes available in the campaign are dedicated to traditional races, while the rest are aimed at destruction and destruction. Push opponents into bumpers and oncoming cars, perform deadly stunts. This is only encouraged here. Multiplayer contains no less adrenaline, where the scale of madness increases many times over. The game is offered in 2 editions, the original in 2009 and the remastered in 2018. Driver, San Francisco. A game with a unique concept. According to the plot, the main character is in a coma, and all the action takes place in his head. So he gets almost unlimited possibilities, and can take control of any driver within a certain radius. Thanks to this and several other abilities, the entire gameplay of Driver, San Francisco is an almost continuous race, in which a wide variety of cars participate, including trucks, sports cars, and mass-produced small cars. There are no classic modes from street racing games here, yet Driver, San Francisco is a little bit different, but an abundance of police chases, stunt tricks, tests, and staged story missions. Need for Speed The Run. The Run is the publisher's attempt at a story-driven racing game. The campaign is a massive drive from the west to the east coast of the United States with regular car changes, occasional QTE episodes, and expensive videos. Due to the plot features, the game lacks circuit racing, drifting and drag racing, but sprints, races with control points and races against bosses are presented in large numbers. Need for Speed. The run was an interesting experiment within the series, but received mixed reviews from gamers and critics alike. Nevertheless, the game is worthy of attention, at least due to the impressive variety of locations and the feeling of a real road adventure. Street Racing Syndicate. An auto arcade that has made a bet on the base desires of gamers. Here, victories in races open not only new cars and auto parts, but also girls who will please the champion with a private dance. In terms of gameplay, Street Racing Syndicate loses Underground/Underground 2, but still thanks to the atmosphere of street racing, a good tuning system that challenges difficulty, the game deserves attention. Juiced. A series of street racing games in which gamers are challenged to win the respect of opposing teams and take over their territory. No battles, only races on various city tracks. Juiced stands out from the competition with relatively realistic controls, as well as a betting system. Here you can bet your money on the victory of one or another racer, and break a solid jackpot as a result, or lose your hard-earned money. As for the races themselves, they are nothing special, standard circuit races, sprints, drifts, and so on. Need for Speed Carbon. The continuation of Most Wanted, which changed day to night. Added to the Autosculpt series, a system of detailed customization of individual parts of cars, as well as the ability to capture territories and hire riders for the team. In addition, the game features an exciting career and intense races through the canyon, which require maximum concentration. Alas, all these innovations were not enough to make Carbon more successful than the previous part. Midnight Club 2. Racing arcade game for PC and consoles, developed by Rockstar. The game focuses on street racing, offering 3 cities with changing times of day and weather conditions. Gamers will have to earn respect among the street racers from the Midnight Club team by participating in competitions and defeating rivals one by one. The races may not appeal to the police, who will go after violators, and thanks to the freedom to choose the route of the tracks, players get the opportunity to invent their own routes to the finish line. This is an old but very good racing game, worthy of standing on a par with genre leaders such as Need for Speed Underground. Need for Speed. Another attempt to change the course of the series, this time a return to the times of the underground. Need for Speed 2015 is a classic street racing game in an attempt to earn the respect of big-name street racers. Alas, the success of the cult mastermind Need for Speed 2015 failed to repeat. The game can disappoint with a boring open world, a childish late-nighty plot, and sluggish chases with cops. However, the advantages of the project outweigh the disadvantages. Gamers are waiting for excellent graphics, especially on PC, rich tuning, flexible control settings, and adrenaline races in the Night City. The Crew. A multiplayer arcade racing game with a huge open world. The entire territory of the United States, reduced by 35 times, is available for gamers to explore. Moreover, unlike the linear Need for Speed The Run, here you can go in any direction, participate in any races, and buy any cars. The Crew's plot is about illegal racing, double agents, and the capture of dangerous gangs, a standard story that serves as an excuse for everything that happens on the screen. And a lot of things happen there. You can participate in a wide variety of races, spend hours in the garage tuning your cars, or just ride around the locations in search of new activities. Yes, the game has some balance and netcode issues, but it still manages to offer an impressive array of content. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Games that offer racers to stand on both sides of the law, to arrange illegal races on tuned sports cars, or to chase violators behind the wheel of a police car. Rivals and Hot Pursuit are developed by different teams, but are very similar. Both contain a career mode for street racers and police officers. Both expand the gameplay using gadgets, and both allow you to compete with other players in multiplayer. Need for Speed Heat. Another game in the Need for Speed series, and the best of the latest installments in the line dedicated to street racing. Perhaps Heat will not impress you with the plot, soundtrack, and picture, but in terms of gameplay, the game is able to give odds to many competitors, and in some aspects even compete with the invincible Most Wanted. Here you will go to the streets of Palm City, where you will participate in street races. Legal during the day, illegal at night. And if the former are within the law, and therefore rather boring, then the latter will give you a powerful adrenaline rush, because the cops in Need for Speed Heat are furious and do not forgive mistakes. The Crew 2, the sequel to Ubisoft's open-world racing game, in which the developers have significantly expanded the list of vehicles and challenges available to players. So motorboats and airplanes joined the cars, and there were much more types of competitions: street racing, off-road racing, freestyle, professional racing, and so on. Of course, the car tuning and styling systems remained in place, allowing you to turn the four-wheeled monster into a miracle of engineering and design. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's probably strange to see an action-adventure on this list, but don't rush to scribble angry comments. Grand Theft Auto 5 features a series of racing missions in which you will drive through the streets of Los Santos, dodging oncoming cars and trying to overtake rivals. Even more street racing is available in the GTA Online multiplayer mode, where players can organize and customize racing events, add additional challenges to them, and, of course, use all available means, including weapons, to win. If your favorite game is not included in this list, write in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, watch our other videos, press like, turn on notifications, and you will always be aware of what to play today.